everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Transformers Combiner Wars review for you today. This is the last of the Combaticons as far as the limbs go. This is Decepticon Vortex. Now, if you know the character from G1, Vortex was a helicopter. So once again, we are getting this mold. Vortex is a repaint/retool of Blades, who was a repaint/retool of Alpha Bravo before him. So this is at least our third time getting this mold, which is kind of a bummer because it's not terrible. It's just not one of my favorite molds. If you would like to go ahead and read Vortex's bio there. Alright. So I'll go ahead, pop him out of the packaging, and we will take a closer look. Taking a look at Vortex out of the packaging, I think the color scheme works really well. I like the gray with the teal and the purple. The yellow and the red I feel like are a little out of place. I mean, if the yellow was just on the arms, I think I don't have a problem with that. I think that looks sharp and that looks good. Just right here, the kind of red and the yellow on the chest, I would have either just made them teal or just keep with the purple that you kind of already had going on. Just one or two, colors that I think really are needed here. I would have liked them to just kind of tighten up and have an overall like color scheme. But the Decepticon symbol on the chest looks really sharp. Like the head sculpt a lot, very G1-esque. I love visors and face masks. It's simplistic, but I just like the look of it. I think it always looks menacing. Always looks tough. I mean, there's not really much else to say. You've seen this mold before. We've gotten it at least two times already. Articulation, head can swivel, ball joint in the shoulder. Ratchet kind of clicks here in the elbow. You have a ball joint in the hips. You have a little bit of movement here in the waist. You have a thigh swivel. Ratchet, well, kind of a loose ratchet. Not really a ratchet, but that kind of joint in the knee. So it's nothing we haven't seen before. But I think it definitely works for this character, and I think with the color scheme it looks pretty good. I'm going to move into the transformation. Real quick before we do the transformation, I forgot to mention his two accessories. He's got the typical foot-hand connector port piece. Nothing special there. And then he's got this gun, which I believe we saw with Alpha Bravo and Blades. It's just the same gun, just, molded in gray. Nothing special. But, of course, he can hold it in his hand. And it looks pretty good. So, moving through that, I'm going to go through the transformation pretty quickly because we've seen this already before. There's not a whole lot special to it. You're just going to kind of straighten out the blades and kind of move them out of the way. Now, I believe you can either turn the head 180 or you could even leave it. It doesn't really matter. This part's going to lift out and then just kind of come and collapse down there and then straighten that out. And that, of course, is going to be the back of your vehicle mode. You're going to come to here and open these up. And then this is going to accordion in on itself. Just like that. And that's going to peg into the bottom here. You can see. Oh no, they removed that. Oh, you know why? Because I have to turn this 180 degrees. Getting ahead of myself. Let me move the hands out of the way. You're going to rotate the waist 180 degrees. Then these tabs are going to peg in up top here and here. And then these two pieces are also going to clip together. Then you're going to clip these two pieces together. And then that's going to fold underneath there. Then these pieces are going to rotate around and form the front of the helicopter. Peg them together. Bring these pieces down. And then bring this down. And that's all going to clip into place. And then you've got your helicopter. It's just a matter of shoring everything up. And then you just peg the arms in to the side. And you've got your helicopter mode. Same helicopter mode that we've seen a couple times now. So again, I think the color scheme works. The yellow on the side is a bit out of place to me, but I love the gray with the purple stripe and the Decepticon symbol, and the teal I think works well. Obviously, you can go ahead and spin your rotor around. Nothing special there. Little bit of robot mode just hanging out underneath. You can easily see the chest and the arms don't really transform in any way, which has kind of always been one of my problems with this mold, but what are you going to do? In this mode, you can go ahead and connect his weapons on the side here if you like. It's a little bit hard to do with this one just because it's too big, but you could put it down here in his fist. Or there's obviously a real obvious hole here in the middle, so you could go ahead and peg that in there. And then he'd kind of have like something to sit on. Have some turrets mounted underneath. So I think that's pretty neat that it gives you a couple options on how to mount the weapons in vehicle mode. Overall, you know, it's what we've come to expect from this mold. Not too fantastic, but not too bad. Overall, I would say Vortex is fine. I mean, the problems that I've always had with the mold are still there. Mostly just that there's no way to connect these or stabilize the rotors in robot mode. If they just had some kind of little tab or a little panel or something you could sandwich these between, just to, if they could somehow clip to this piece, just so it could stay stationary, I think that would help. That's always been kind of my major complaint with this mold. Also, I think that it just looks a little bit too long in vehicle mode. It just looks a little weird for a helicopter. But those aren't really huge problems. They don't, like, destroy the fun you can have with this mold. And I think this character definitely looks good. I think they did a good job turning this mold into Vortex. I think the color scheme looks pretty good, except for the red on the chest is what mostly seems out of place to me. The yellow is a bit much, but it's workable. So, overall, I think he's fine. I don't think there was any way we were going to get a brand new helicopter mold for Vortex, so there's no point in even trying to petition for that or hope that that was going to happen, I should say. In the long run, it's another use of this mold, but I think it's a good use of the mold. So, I mean, you're going to have to pick them up to complete your Combaticon team anyway, but I wouldn't feel as bad. I just wish we never got Alpha Bravo, because if I just had this mold once as Blades and once as Vortex, I'd be a lot happier. But what are you going to do? So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Deluxe Vortex from Transformers Combiner Wars. And thanks for watching.